So far, no fatalities or missing people have been reported, and the Sevier County EMA there says the fire evacuation area will soon be reduced, meaning some people will be able to go back to their homes. Jamia Reed shows us how crews from our area are helping battle that blaze. Jamia.
It's a familiar sight for residents that live in Sevier County. Flames like these threatening their homes. And just like in 2016, fire crews from our area hit the road to help. Chattanooga fire crews pull out of their home base all the way to help fight thousands of acres of flames.
It feels good that we helped this community prevent loss of life in those kind of circumstances.
And what they are up against.
Heavy winds pushing fire very hard. You've got where we're putting a lot of firefighters in harm's way to try to rescue folks.
Fire crews, tanker trucks, and other manpower from agencies all across the greater Chattanooga area answered the call, including the Englewood Fire Department.
We had over 200 people involved in these 70 agencies throughout the night.
Pete Van Dusen with the Cleveland Fire Department says it's the job he and his crew signed up for.
That's our calling, if you will, is to protect lives and property, and lives coming first, obviously. And any time you have the opportunity to intercede at whatever level, it does make you feel good. That's the job satisfaction.
These pictures show Chattanooga fire crews fighting back flames on a cliff. Operations Chief Rick Boatwright says people in the area have shown lots of gratitude.
We appreciate the gratitude that they actually show. I mean, they'll open up their homes, businesses, whatever, for the firefighters while they're in there.
For the last 2 years, Valerie Atkinson has called this gray minivan home.
Choose to want to be able to drive and continue to pay for insurance.
A choice that means Atkinson is homeless, spending much of her time waiting to get into an affordable unit. That way she'll put less than 30% of her income towards her housing.
And then I couldn't afford the down payments on some. It just seemed like it was all the timing was off.
This new initiative from the city means speeding up that waiting period.
We'll be able to make this historic investment in affordable housing without raising taxes.
$100 million over the next 5 years to address an affordable housing gap that the city has said reached a crucial inflection point as costs for apartments have gone up while available units have remained sparse.
HUD, as it's widely known, reimburses, I want to say $670 for a one-bedroom apartment, where average rents now for a one-bedroom in Chattanooga are about $1,100 or $1,200. There's no question but that this is directly related to our homeless.
Wendy Winters with Chattanooga's Regional Homeless Coalition says the number of people experiencing homelessness rose 80% last year and is on track to increase again despite federal relief.
We had hoped to eliminate homelessness for at least some subpopulations with that record amount of funding that we received. However, it was very difficult to find units in which to use those resources.
Now, hope the city's investment can make a difference.
I'm ready to get stabilized somewhere or to move on down the road.
As Atkinson searches for a permanent place to call home.
Now, this funding is meant to address an estimated housing gap of 5,000 homes in our area. The city says they'll prioritize those who are experiencing homelessness, but again, it will also help the middle and working class families who have struggled to make ends meet. The city says they have 2 months to relocate residents from an 11th Street camp. Now, here is the site of a proposed city-sanctioned encampment. You can see some of the progress being made. These lines markate the spaces where residents can go ahead and set up their tents. Now, this is going to be one option for residents who are going to have to soon need a new place to live from that 11th Street location.
2 months to relocate residents from these 11th Street camps.
There's been a variety of issues on those properties, really kind of culminating with some safety concerns in the last couple weeks.
Located right beside an active railroad, the city says it's become a danger.
I just know trains come through all the time. I mean, every few minutes there's trains coming through.
Velvet Fitzsimmons lives in her car, blocks away from the 11th Street camp and right across from this soon-to-be city-sanctioned encampment.
And we've been wondering what that was for.
The camp isn't up and running yet, but it's soon to be an option for homeless residents who will need somewhere new to stay. Norfolk Southern has granted the city 2 months to help relocate the 150 people that sleep here, some in tents and some without any shelter at all.
Our sanctioned encampment location is going to be an optional place for people if they would like to go stay there while they're working to get into housing.
The encampment will have portable toilets, fencing for privacy, and on-site security.
It's a very dangerous place out here after 5 o'clock, and some security would be very wonderful.
Now, the city says the plan is to have this space up and running by May 31st. That's the date residents will need to be off of Norfolk Southern property. They say they're looking for a manager to oversee this facility right now, and we'll have that in the coming weeks.